And for more, we're joined by France 24's Olivia Bizot, formerly our Nairobi correspondent. And what are some of the reactions you're hearing?
Well, it's a huge day of national mourning across the country, both on the streets, especially in the western parts of the country where Raila Odinga is from, but also on social media. Almost every Kenyan is paying their respects to this man who was both loved and feared, but everyone can agree on the fact that he played a huge role in Kenyan democracy. He helped usher in multi-party democracy in 1991, and he also later supported the progressive constitution of 2010. Now, when I was in Kenya, I definitely noticed differences in reactions depending on people's generation. A lot of older Kenyans see him as a symbol of sacrifice and resistance. He spent years in prison under the Moi regime. He endured torture, and they see him as a symbol of the fight for democracy. But for younger Kenyans, especially Gen Z Kenyans born after 2000, many do see him as a symbol of the establishment, and they did feel frustrated when he signed that deal with President William Ruto earlier this year in March, because he had been an opposition figure for so long, and many felt let down by him signing this deal with the government. But despite those frustrations, no one can deny the fact that he played a huge role in Kenyan democracy. Earlier, I was speaking to one of my Kenyan friends who said, I both loved him and I both hated him. But today, I feel like Kenya has lost a part of itself. And I think that's how a lot of Kenyans are feeling today. Like the country has definitely lost a huge part of their identity.
And so where does that support base go? What happens next?
That is the big question, Francois. The big question now is who could be his successor? There are no obvious figures in mind. He does have some children, but none of them who could replace him and the huge role that he had in Kenyan politics. Now, this is a big loss for President William Ruto. He had been counting on him and banking on his electoral base for the 2027 presidential elections. That's one of the main reasons why he signed and had that famous handshake with him in March of this year. But President William Ruto had started to prepare the ground. There were rumours going around about Odinga's health in recent weeks. So he did recently sign a deal with Gideon Moi, a key opposition figure. So President William Ruto has been trying to branch out and has been preparing for the political void that comes after this loss. Another big question is what happens with the Orange Democratic Party, Odinga's party, because that party had basically been structured and built around Odinga. It's one of Kenya's oldest parties. Next month, it will be celebrating its 20th year. And divisions had started to appear, especially after that deal in March, with older figures of the party being more pro-government and younger politicians in the party with more frustrations about that deal being signed with the government. So after this loss, it's likely that those divisions will develop even more. But one thing is sure is that this, Odinga's passing is going to leave a profound void, not just in the opposition, but in Kenya's political identity.
All right, many thanks.